Today, we're diving into the story of a man who wakes up on a battlefield with absolutely no memory and only two clues to who he is: a book chained to his wrist and a single name etched on it: Nasibar. Seriously, just try to imagine that for a second. Your mind is a total blank slate. No name, no memories, nothing. The only thing you have in this entire world is a heavy, locked book chained to your arm. Well, for our hero, that's not just some thought experiment. It's his terrifying reality. So, our story kicks off in a place that is just pure desolation. Amidst the carnage of a brutal battle, our hero's entire world has been boiled down to just two things: himself and the book that's quite literally a part of him now. He wakes up a complete stranger in his own body, a massive Al-Rakshar warrior, surrounded by the bodies of his people and their enemies, the Al-Insan. He has no idea how the battle ended, what his name is, or even how he's still alive. His first thoughts aren't about survival. Not at all. It's just this profound, soul-crushing despair. He's alive, and at that moment, he truly wishes he wasn't. And that's when he sees it. Chained to his wrist is this dark, iron-bound book. It's locked tight, and on the cover is a single, mysterious word that's about to define his entire existence: Nasibar. So, with nothing else to go on, he clings to that name. It's his only lead. He decides he has to find this Nasibar. Maybe, just maybe, in finding the owner of the book, he can find out who he is. And with that single goal, he walks away from the ruins of Hemed, and his quest begins. But, these journeys are never a straight line, are they? And that name on the chain, well, it's about to lead him to a revelation that will turn his whole world upside down. So every night, he forces the lock and gets lost in the pages of this journal. The author writes about a life, a home, a family, and even though he can't remember any of it, he feels this deep, painful connection to the words. It's like he's reading about a life he should know. His journey is violently interrupted when this goblin-like creature named Dengar ambushes him in the mountains. The fight is quick and desperate, and after he wins, Dengar says something that just stops him cold. "Beat Dengar again? Wait, what?" The words just hang there. It means he's met this creature before. And if that's true, then this book, this journal, it couldn't be someone else's, could it? And right there, in that moment, everything clicks into place. His entire quest is flipped on its head. The man he's been searching for this whole time was himself. He is Nasibar. Okay, so he has a name now. That's great. But with that identity comes a really heavy burden. The words in his journal are no longer some stranger's story. They're his own forgotten promises. They're his own calls to do better. He reads a passage written in his own hand, a plea from his past self. And as he looks upon the horror of Al-Hamadan, a place where people are literally farmed as dragon food, he knows he can't just walk away. He is the somebody he was wishing for. So he teams up with this powerful water equalite, a new friend named Ayer, and they cook up this absolutely wild plan. They're going to divert an entire river, cause a flash flood, and use the chaos to storm the settlement and free the prisoners. But in the middle of all the fighting, he makes an incredible discovery. The dragons, once they're free from the drugs their salamander masters used to control them, they're not evil at all. In fact, they might just be allies. And look at this. In a stunning, beautiful twist, the captives escape to freedom by riding on the backs of the very creatures that were meant to be their doom. It's this incredible symbol of hope in a really dark world. But that victory, it doesn't last. During a desperate mission to rescue some captured friends, it all goes wrong. A single spear finds its mark, and Nasibar is sent plummeting from the sky, separated from his friends, and falling right back into the darkness he just fought so hard to escape. But his story isn't over, not by a long shot. He's rescued by strangers, and this next leg of his journey, well, it takes another completely unexpected turn, pulling him even deeper down the rabbit hole of his past and into a destiny he never even knew was waiting for him. He suddenly finds himself surrounded by new allies, and each one seems to hold another small piece of his forgotten life. There's Chi, another Al-Rakshar warrior, a soothsayer named Mishra with a cryptic prophecy, and an ancient being who tells him that he, Nasibar, once had a human partner. And get this, Right there, in his own handwriting, he finds this really chilling prophecy about the tyrannical salamander king, Hearted. It's a dark hint of a major showdown to come. But just as he feels like he's finally putting the pieces together, he's about to discover that the identity he's fought and bled for might not actually be his at all. He finally makes it to Kwamdan, the last city of his people, but this isn't the simple homecoming he imagined. There's a feeling here, a connection that hums in his blood, something that feels deeper and more ancient than the name Nasibar. And that's when he hears it, a different name, whispered among the people, a name that feels more real, more right than any other he's known, Darshan. And this just blows everything wide open, doesn't it? Because if our hero, the man we've been following this whole time, is really named Darshak, then that leaves us with one final earth-shattering question. Who in the world is Nasibar?